Okay, a lot of people love to talk, but they don't really say nothing. You can drop a like and go subscribe, knowing 2-5 probably finna hate something. Chop it up about the game, give a little game, knowing you can take something. We just saying less and saying more, should've known before you in the right place. You know Jack can keep it radical. A little crazy with his take, but he gon' keep it factual. And you know he been a fan of wrestling since attitude. We ain't here to be the ones you playing with. Red steady dropping gems only for relationships. We ain't never thinking Liam Neeson if you take it. Come and tap in with your favorites. Hey, we gon' talk about your latest. Yeah, come and tune into the station. Come and listen to this conversation. Like and subscribe, we going live. We gon' tell you what you need to hear in perfect moderation. Wait, it's like a game of chess. Remember we be saying more while they saying less. It's like a game of chess. Remember we be saying more while they saying less. It's like a game of chess. Remember we be saying more while they saying less. It's like a game of chess. Hey, hold up.
And welcome to Say Less, Say More. Trio that you never knew you needed. Go and get your money, duffel bag boy. Today we got it all for you. We're going to talk about Elimination Chamber. We got a little bit of Chris Brown. We got some BAFTA from the Joe Budden podcast.
Joe Budden podcast.
We're going to talk about dumbass rappers and why they should stop saying the things that they saying. We're going to get into some rap beef. We're going to talk about Operation Epic Fury.
What?
And much more. Because I got the gang with me, the one and only. You see the 49er hat. You know exactly what that means. That means that El Residente is in the building. And then, of course, when you see the Yeet, you know it's a man by many names. I'ma stick with Jack.
Come on, man. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Jackie Uso, a.k.a. Jack Daddy, a.k.a. Ringo Mandingo, a.k.a. Emo, a.k.a. Bobo Bosa. Not a
Yes. And let's get right to it. So for those of you that's new to Say Less, Say More, you know, we start off every show with a check-in, kind of let you know what's going on in our lives. So we going to take it from the top. Red's going to let y'all know what's popping in the Palmetto.
What's goody? It's been a good week for the guy, preparing for another work week away from home. Shout out to the family. But last week my son actually just won his championship for the Upward League. They went undefeated. Shout out to them.
Good job, RJ.
Yeah, you know, very proud of them. Proud of them. They had a great season. Went undefeated the whole way through. I think our closest game, we had one nail biter, which we came back from like 12 points down to win. But outside of that, I think we won every game by like at least 10, 15 points. They won the championship game by 16 points. Just great season. Shout out to all the guys. Shout out to Nate. Shout out to Trey. Shout out to Javian. Shout out to Angel, my boy RJ, you know, just a great season. Zach, shout out to Zach. Zach had a great game last night. Just shout out to them. I'm really proud of them. So that's my check-in for today.
Word. Jack, what's happening on your side of the Alamo?
Oh, man, you know, just good times, man. You know, just got promoted to Stalker at AGB. So, you know what I'm saying? On shelves, you know, just moving on up to the east side, man. You know, we just chugging along, man. Chugging along, you know, inch by inch, brick by brick, man. Trying to build some foundation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Over on this side of the Alamo, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't be a 2-5 week if there wasn't some chop chat going on. So, you know, of course, this week I had to call out the ACC for their lack of tiebreakers, but you know, say y'all can check that on chopchat.com. Michael Wilson won. On top of that, you know what I'm saying, it's been a long week, you know, still getting used to the Airbnb, still trying to find comfort in these beds. So if I'm a little cranky, y'all understand why. But then on top of that, to close it all off, Jack, Jack got introduced to some Wu-Tang on Friday night.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? As we was hitting the cigars, and I had to intervene, and like, look, this is Ghostface Killer, this is you, God, this is where you nod your head. You know what I'm saying? And then we just took it from there and had a great night. You know what I mean?
We had a great night because of Wu-Tang.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? Always the epic cherry topper, if you will. But guys, so I came home from the cigar lounge. Went to sleep. Woke up. Bombs over Tehran. This war is here. We knew it was coming. We didn't know when, but now we are finally here. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, big prayers up to all our troops. Just hope that everybody gets. I just hope everybody gets home safe. I hope you're over there. You got your head on a swivel. Make sure your head's not up your ass. Making smart decisions, looking out for each other. You know what I mean? Just all that stuff, man. It's crazy when you're younger. You hear war and you're like, we're going over there, gonna do some crazy stuff. But like now at this age, it's like you think about people's sons and daughters, and you think about fathers that you may know that might be in this, and just the potential things that can happen. It's a scary thought, so just all positivity, man, all positivity. Just hope everybody comes back.
Yeah. For me, for those who've been following the show, y'all know we're all veterans of the United States military. I know I served during wartime. I know 2-5 did. 2-5 retired, so he had to. Jack, did you serve during wartime at all?
Operation Enduring Freedom.
All right. Did you go to Afghanistan, Iraq, anything? All right, words. I went to Afghanistan, and I spent a year in Qatar, which is pretty much a connection base for everybody. So Al-Udeid that was struck yesterday, I've been to that base. Pretty sure 2-5's been to that base as well, because you have to fly through there if you go to Iraq or any of those. You normally have to come through there. But I said that to say that when I heard the news, like my first thought literally went to the people who are going to be affected the most, which are the troops, right? Army, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, even to a degree, like Air Force, of course. My daughter is, stationed overseas, and she literally deployed the night before she literally left. She flew out the night before the bombing happened. So my first thought went to her. My second thought went to my son, who's in the National Guard, and who's weighing whether or not he wants to go active. This is going to make him less likely to want to go active. So we're having an ongoing discussion there. So that's my first thought. My second thought goes to how we got here. For those who don't know, President Obama during his administration actually built a non-proliferation act deal with Iran to one, get them to get rid of a lot of their nuclear weapons, and to two, limit their ability to produce more nuclear weapons. When Donald Trump took over in his first regime, he actually got rid of that deal. And now the reasoning that they're using for the bombing of Iran was because Iran doesn't want to make a deal to stop making nuclear weapons, a deal we already had, a deal that in the previous iteration and in this current iteration, Donald Trump actually said, they had already gotten rid of all the Iranian nuclear weapons. He said that they obliterated all of them. That was literally what the Secretary of Defense, I still call it that, Pete Hegseth said. So there's a lot that's going on here. There's a lot for us to process, and I don't want to take time finger pointing, but I do want to make sure I added context to the conversation. And again, support our troops, pray for the troops, families of the troops. Make sure you're supporting your soldiers, airmen, seamen, Marines, all those different things. Make sure that they feel the love and support that they need, because they need it in these times of uncertainty, and we're praying with you.
Yeah, I was actually looking at it, and going back to what you said, I had actually been to every place that got bombed yesterday except for Dubai.
Wow.
Everywhere else, I had set foot, many moons ago. And, so of course, my favorite part of the week leading up to this was all the videos of Bibi Netanyahu talking about how Iran was on their way to having weapons. And it was like videos that went back to the 90s. It was like all these different videos of him being like, yo, Iran's like a week away, and then it's like, okay. And then, like you said, Trump said he obliterated their whole, and now it's like, so if it's obliterated, what exactly are you doing right now?
Exactly.
Like, I don't know if somebody felt the walls closing in, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But but as I was watching this, one of the very, very first strikes, took out the Ayatollah. And so once that happened, I was like, oh, this is for real. Because usually sometimes, during these situations, you give the call beforehand, like, hey, I'm gonna aim at this, like, get your people out of there. You know what I mean? But not only did they take out the Ayatollah, they took out the Ayatollah at his crib.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then this morning, right before we started pre-pod and everything, I saw that they took out the former president Ahmadinejad too. So it's like, no, this is real. And this ain't like, the one thing about these Middle Eastern nations is that they don't give up. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how many people you kill. It doesn't matter how many buildings you bomb.
Right.
They will exhaust themselves until they can't fight anymore.
Yeah.
So now that the Ayatollah and Ahmadinejad have been done for, this is just beginning. Like, you got the river over there that they're trying to shut down. Let's see what happens to the oil prices. So this is going to have a lasting effect. And you know what I mean? And we haven't even gotten to the point yet where you got, like, China and people like that making conversation about it. So, but we'll put a pin in that and we'll come back to that. So, guys
and gals,
what does it take for you to lend people money? What's the rules behind it?
My main rule for lending money is I gotta be a rich nigga. Not just one. I have a 3 times rule. So first, lending money, first of all, that's a thing that, I used to do a lot as a younger person, because you always just felt like, I just want to help. I want to be a good friend. I want to be a good brother, boyfriend, whatever you want to be. I just want to be good, Then you have to, as you grow up, you realize everybody don't need this money. Some people just have terrible habits and they got to learn from on their own, But if you fall into the category of me, feeling like, okay, let me give you something, I have a 3 times rule. So if I cannot do it 3 times, I can't do it once. So if you ask me for $20, if I can't comfortably give you 60, I don't have the 20. So that's just my rule of thumb, So whatever anybody asks me for, if I can't do it 3 times, then yeah, I ain't got it, because I'm gonna miss it if you don't give it back. So yeah.
25, what about you?
So for me, I used to be young and dumb, right? And, I used to always think that, and I know this might sound a little weird, but I used to always think that you prove to somebody that you're a friend by the things or doing things for them, right? So usually if somebody called me and was like, hey, I need $20 or whatever it might be, my motto back then was like, if I got it, you got it. That's just how I thought that the world worked. That's how I thought men worked. That's how I thought friends worked. But then over the course of time, I realized that there are people that might even share blood with you that you lend money to and they turn into Waldo on you real quick. And yeah, and so I've gotten to a point where it's on a case by case, who are you basis. You know what I mean? So there are certain people that I know that I interact with. You can't ask me for money. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, I know you. So that means that I know you. So I don't deal with that because it's just an unnecessary cycle of drama. So there are people that I trust that I can loan money to. And then there's people that I say, yo, you might want to hit the streets.
Yeah. No, for me, I don't lend money. Like as a practice, I will either give you money or I'll probably say no. just because I've seen lending people money ruin relationships. There was somebody there. Now, if I do, like, there are very, 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 very special situations where I will extend myself, but I won't do it twice. So say, you reach out and say, hey, and this is somebody really, 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 really close to me, and they're like, yo, I'm in a really bad spot. I need to borrow $800. All right, when are you gonna pay it back? I'll pay it back by this time. Okay, cool. Send you the money. As long as you pay me the money back, cool. You don't owe me money. But the problem comes, like, if the next month you're like, oh, Dip, I'm in a bad spot again. Sorry, I can't do it.
Or
I can't do it.
What if they try to offer you like, hey, bro, I only got $450 to give it back to you this time?
Oh, no. So I'll be like, okay, cool. I'll take it because I'm not trying to, like, you can't pull blood from a turnip. But, like, one, I let people know in advance I don't lend people money. Like, that's the first thing I would tell these people who are very, 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 very close to me, right? I don't lend people money. It's not something that I do. So understand, I'm gonna do this for you this one time because it's you, and I wouldn't do it for anybody else. And also understand that this is not something you should count on back to back. And if you do come up short and you're like, oh, I'll have $450, okay, cool. When you give me the rest of the money, it's gonna come at some point. I'm not gonna die over it, and I'm not gonna destroy our relationship over it. But just know that this is why, and I will tell them this is why I don't lend people money. Because when you need the money, you need it right now. When it's time to give it back, then I'm on your timeline. I'm waiting on you. And if I had to put something on hold, which, again, another thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to put something on hold for myself or for my family. I don't care how frivolous you may think it is, right? My wife's vacations, my wife's trips, those mean something to me. So I'm not going to put my wife's trip on hold to let you borrow money.
Hey,
I'm doing something cool for myself. I've been saving money to buy a motorcycle. I don't care. Buy a can of soda. I don't care what it is. I'm not delaying anything for myself or for my family to give you money. I'm not. There are lots of other options to get money. I'll refer you to, hey, go to a bank. Well, the banks won't give me loans. Well, there's a reason. The reason the banks won't give you loans, they have much more money than I have, and they can't trust that you're going to give them back the money that you borrow from them. So that's a thing that you're going to have to work out on your own. But by practice, I don't lend money. Like, and unless it's extremely, extremely particular situations.
Yeah, I believe in, life or death situations for real. You know what I mean? But so, like, even if somebody called me on some, hypothetically, I need $250 because this bookie's going to break my knees. You know what I'm saying? I would probably say something along the lines of, like, use this as a life lesson.
Yeah.
Don't deal with bookies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, and I think that's the conversation, is that, what are you doing that you need this?
Yeah.
What has happened? What has transpired? How long has this been going on? Because for you to reach out to me, I imagine you've reached out to other people too.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So, like, how did you get down this bad?
Man.
That me and you came to me when you know how I roll. Like, so it's just one of those things.
Even on Friday, I know 25 knows I have a rule. Rez knows too. I have a rule. If you ask me for anything under $100, I'm probably gonna text your wife and tell her that she might need to talk to you, because
you might have a problem.
You might have a problem. 25 heard it on Friday. He said something about $20, and Andre jumped out like, "Oh, whoa, hey, you might want to check in on." Hey, dog, if you ask her for $20 at this age that we're at, I am calling your wife, because, ma'am, I think you got a junkie in your house. Because what $20 gonna do? Like, what do you need $20 for? There's no way that your life situation gets so bad that $20 can help you get out of a rut.
That's one way of looking at it.
Sure.
That's crazy.
Well, that's why, like, like I said, I learned the hard way. Said I had a big heart. I was generous, and then I see things like I saw yesterday. I had texted you guys. I was up at Walmart, and there were some kids out there, teenagers, selling candy to sponsor their basketball team or whatever it was.
They never sponsored their basketball team.
And even just as recently as last year, what I'm saying, I might have broke off $10 and been like, yo, I don't even need the candy. Like, what I'm saying, because I was trying to that was my way. It was $10, so it's not really a lot, but I was invested into the young black youth. So I was like, yo, take this $10. Like, don't even give me the candy, whatever. So, I came out yesterday. They asked me, and I was like, nah, because I had the wife with me, and, she a little more frugal than me. So I was like, nah, I can't do that. And then as I was walking away, putting my stuff into the trunk, I see this lady running across the parking lot. And I was like, yo, what the hell? And Lindsay's like, what's going on? And then I walk over, and apparently she decided to help these guys out. And then they charged her card for $1,000 and drove off. And, and it just kind of reaffirmed that this is why I don't owe money, and this is why I got trust issues.
Yeah.
Yep. Nah, so one, that's a tricky situation, the thing with the kids and the candy, because, some people will say, well, they could be doing other stuff, other than just selling candy or whatever. But like a lot of this stuff, like, you selling a lot of times, oh, I'm selling candy for my school football team, and it's 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. Like, yo, shouldn't you be in school right now? Like, why are they got you?
They gave me the day off to fundraise
in front of Walmart at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday to sell candy for the school? This don't even sound right, homeboy. Yeah. So now, like, I that's something in Charleston. We have the Rose Boys. That's the things here. Is like people make the palmetto roses, they want to sell those, and that's become really, really tricky too. So there's been lots of conversations, from law enforcement about it, because it gets really nasty. Like, just a tip: if you're ever in Charleston, all right, and if a kid walks up to you, hands you a rose, or hands your lady a rose, they're not giving it to you for free. They're now going to tell you how much it costs for the rose. And they don't want the rose back. They want you to pay them for the rose.
Oh, that's crazy.
So do not take a rose from a kid.
Yeah, that happened to me in New Orleans with a bracelet.
It's crazy how you would take this rose back. Or it would just be it's crazy.
When I went to New Orleans last year, there was like some Hindu guy or something, came up to me with the little bracelet or whatever.
The monks.
Yeah, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
I had that too.
Yeah, and I was, I saw him do it to somebody else.
Yep.
And then they're like, thank you. And then he pulled out the little translator thing, had the amount on there. And I was just like, yeah. But I tell you what, though, they wouldn't do this shit to Claressa Shields. They wouldn't do it.
What?
Bro, I don't watch Claressa Shields fights.
Shout out to
Rez
Claressa
said, go watch this fight. I'm going to watch every one of her fights from now on.
It's pure entertainment, and this is the best person in the world, apparently.
Say more, 2-5.
Yeah,
tell us
more.
No, 2-5. No, before we get to Jack, I want you to say more.
Oh, okay. So from the opening bell, it was like something you would just see in a bar. Like, it was like literally just hammers flying everywhere. And you know what I mean? And Cruz, to her credit, DeVerne, tried her hardest to keep up, but she couldn't match the output, know. And so Claressa, there were two things happening in that fight. I said, either she has a really strong chin, or they just don't got no punching power, because it looked like Claressa was hitting her with some stuff.
Like haymakers, yeah.
But it wasn't even phasing her. Like, she was getting hit, but she was still coming forward. And I was trying to imagine, like, what if Deontay Wilder, even though he hasn't been so great lately, what if he hits you very clean with some of those shots that Claressa Shields was hitting with?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't coming back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, but it was very entertaining. It went to decision. And Claressa, obviously dominated and won. Yeah. But I don't know if I can call myself a Claressa Shields fan, but I just know that I'm going to be watching the rest of her fights from here on out.
For sure. Jack, what do you think?
Oh man, Claressa Shields. Yeah, so dominant. The GOAT, as she likes to say, the GOAT. She's the greatest woman of all time, with them sloppy ass hands and no type of discipline whatsoever in her fight stances. She's just out there like, oh, bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. This fight is like, she might as well just try to grab the hair. Like, that's what she might as well do. Just try to grab the hair and just swing away, because there's no jab. There's no footwork where you're just watching. There's no beautiful defense. It's just I'm gonna swing these hands, and then I'm gonna push, and I'm gonna swing some more hands, then I'm gonna push, then I'm gonna back up a little bit and make sure I can get myself back together. Then I'm gonna swing these hands, then I'm gonna push, and then she's got 18 wins, right?
Yep.
No losses.
3 KOs. 18% of her fights ending KO. Them goddamn kitty mittens that she hitting them girls with don't do nothing. You think you can get in there with Layla Ali? Stop. Zero.
Well, Layla Ali is 50 years old now, right? She's 50 something now, right?
Layla Ali today is still better than anything she can put out. Claressa Shields sucks. She's not better than the Netflix girls that be under.
Layla Ali is 48.
She's 48? Ooh.
Yeah.
And she's in better shape.
So what I'll say is this, right? Because I definitely understand. One, the science of boxing is hit and don't get hit. That's the sweet science. That's boxing. Jabs, hooks, uppercuts, straight right, straight left. This is the name of the game. And it does seem like Claressa has a much less disciplined form of boxing. It's not necessarily a sweet science. It's throw a bunch of punches and take a bunch of punches too.
Yeah, there's no pugilism.
It's throw a bunch of punches and take a bunch of punches and just just hit more than you receive, which is essentially what that fight was. It's more of a brawl than it was like a sweet science boxing match.
It looked like a butterbean fight.
Yeah. But
you go.
So I have a couple questions. One, why don't we ever know like when Claressa Shields fights are taking place? Like I feel like she fights all the time, and I always find out about the fight days after. I think this is the first fight that she's had that I knew about before it happened, and I think I found out about it 2 days before it happened because
that was probably because of what happened at the press conference, right?
The melee from the press conference. That's the only reason I know that it even like the fight was coming. So that's the first thing. The second thing is why, and I think I've said this in a previous pod, when Jake Paul is putting together these big events and he has women boxing on them, the biggest name in women's boxing is Claressa Shields, whether you like her or not. Like she really is. It just makes sense that she would be on these cards and she would be fighting against a Serrano or one of them. Now maybe they're not in the same weight class. I'd imagine they probably fight somewhere around in the same weight category. But these are fights. She should have fought Katie. Was that Katie Taylor?
Katie Taylor, yeah.
She should have fought one of these people by now, so we can see her against a more structured, disciplined fighter. And see how she would do that.
Because I was going to ask y'all,
building her up.
I was going to ask y'all, like, do y'all think that she falls under? I mean, obviously Jack already went over her lack of knockouts. Well, he already went over her lack of knockouts. But is she if you could last 5 rounds with her, you'll win? If you're one of those type of boxers, those Katie Taylors or those Serranos, like you get to round 5 or 6, and now your chances to go up exponentially climb.
I don't think so.
I think if you hit her
exponentially,
I think if you hit her in the face, your chances to win go up because she doesn't defend. She fights people that are sloppy, just like her, and she fights girls that are beneath her skill set.
But the lady she fought in the other French, she hit her. But she hit her though.
French on Cruz Deverne.
Her hits probably didn't have a lot of power because she was too busy trying to breathe.
But that's why I'm like, that's why I want to see like what would it look like if they got her in with one of these like what does that look like?
Females on the Jake Paul undercards, they slip punches.
Yeah.
Jab, like
even though Bumgardner, I don't know what Bumgardner was doing. That was the one I was just like.
All I know is if Jake Paul wants to make a fan out of me, Claressa Shields, Remy, that's what you put on the card.
Remy ain't getting in the ring with Claressa Shields.
Hey, Remy might.
Remy won't. Remy won't.
It might.
Hey, well, okay. Well, somewhere on a New York City block, since y'all got y'all phones, recording everything, give me Remy Ma and Claressa Shields on the street.
Remy will shoot her. Remy won't fight her.
I mean, they can do a rap battle, and then they can do fisticuffs.
There you go.
While you playing, that song Claressa did was not bad. It was not bad. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible.
Oh, I mean, she's no Ice JJ Fish by any means.
That Yachty verse was worse than the Claressa song.
Hey, but but to your point, Rez, though, that's what bothers me because even with men's boxing, the advertising is so awful.
Yes, it is.
Like I knew when Shakur fought Teofimo Lopez a couple of weeks ago, I found out the day of the fight. Like I remember when they signed it. But it just wasn't something that was just being popularized. Or like Ryan Garcia fought last week.
Yep.
I had no idea until 2:00 that afternoon. So I think it's just a boxing thing because the money is so guaranteed that like they're going to get paid regardless. People are going to watch when they find out about it. So, but while we're here, before we move on, Pacquiao Mayweather 2?
The fight nobody asked for. And the fact that it's happening lets us know where Floyd is financially.
So the JBP, Joe Budden said that he thinks that
Joe Budden podcast.
He thinks Floyd is broke. I personally don't think Floyd is broke. I think Floyd is bored. And unfortunately, we live in a place and time where old people don't want to retire anymore. It used to be a thing back in the day where old people were like, yo, I live my life. It's time to get these young people a shot. These dudes don't want to do that anymore. They want to be famous forever. And they feel like their light wasn't high enough. So Floyd is looking around like, man, not enough people are talking about me. I'm the best ever. What can I do to get some attention on me? And then now he's getting that Pacquiao fight going. I think it'll be a good fight, personally.
I think he's broken his world.
I read an article that says he's really broke.
Yeah, I think he's broken his world. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that we would look at him from afar and say, like, no, he's not broke. But he's broke in the sense that he can't just go and buy a Bentley today like he would have 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, he can still buy any car that we can't afford. He just can't buy the car he wants.
Yeah, he's not trying to get a kid.
He's like Bow Wow broke. Remember when everybody was saying Bow Wow was broke, but he really had like $3 million.
But more money coming in. But broke means more money going out than coming in, and it's really easy to do that if you're retired and you're still living like you have money coming in. So what's supposed to happen? I mean, we know we're all pretty financially savvy, at least for a little bit. If you have $10 million and you're spending $2 million a year, you're gonna run through that $10 million pretty quickly. You got $5. That's if you're no longer bringing in, that amount of money. Floyd brought in probably easily over $200 million over the course of his career. Again, if you're spending $2 million a year, $3 million a year, I mean, you got a car. He has cars that are $1 million, $2 million. So he bought lots of real estate.
Vegas.
We know the market's been going on. I think he bought a strip club or two. Like, these are things that cost money and don't always make you money. So it's very possible to run through money if you're not, if you don't adjust your living for the fact that you're no longer bringing in money.
Sebastian Telfair did it.
Yeah, Sebastian Telfair said $20 million ain't nothing.
Hey, look, anybody out there, if you need help financially, you need somebody to get you right, hit a Radical Jack, man.
Yeet.
Yeah, so when it comes to finances, the state of Illinois has been telling the Chicago Bears, we have no money for you. So, guys, do you guys actually believe in your heart of hearts that the Chicago Bears are moving to Indiana?
One, I don't care. Two, yes, I do think that they're going because we got all these other teams that play in places that aren't their name. So why not? They do it with New Jersey all the time. I'm pretty sure somebody's got a Bay name, don't play in the Bay. Somebody's in LA, but they really ain't in LA. So it is what it is, man.
Well, San Francisco has the San Francisco name, and we play in Santa Clara, which is a 30-minute ride from San Francisco. So,
right.
The Cowboys are the Dallas Cowboys, but they play in Arlington, Texas.
Washington plays in
Dallas,
Maryland.
Yeah.
But I think the Giants situation is a little different. The Giants and Jets, it's a little different because New York City just didn't have anywhere to put the stadium.
Correct.
So that was a little different from the standpoint of the Giants were playing at Yankee Stadium at one point, and the Jets were sharing with the Mets. And then they wanted their own thing. But with Chicago, I feel like a team like Chicago, this is like the equivalent of Green Bay moving. Like, that identity, that's the identity of that city is the Bears and the Cubs. And forget the White Sox. Nobody cares about them. You know what I mean? They threatened to leave to go to Florida, and nobody cared. But the Cubs and the Bears, and to the point where being a Bears fan is a part of people's identity. Like, how do you know Joe? That's the Bear fan. You know what I mean? So to Rez's point about Santa Clara, Hammond, Indiana is only about 30 to 40 minutes from downtown Chicago as well. And it's a part of Chicagoland.
Boo.
So
I got to get a boo thing in here.
So they wouldn't necessarily be moving. It's not like they're moving to San Diego or just somewhere away. But the way that I understand it is the Bears brought the property out in Arlington Heights where they were going to build the stadium. It's dirt now, and the state of Illinois was like, well, hey, here's this $30 million tax bill for this dirt. And that's where the Bears came from. Like, well, we're going to build this stadium, but we want you to freeze the property taxes for a fixed amount of time. And then Indiana just came through and said, we don't give a damn about our taxpayers. Just come on.
So what I think is going to happen is this. I think that the city of Chicago is going to do everything they can to keep the Bears in that city. I think, like you said, I don't think that the way like because even the Soldier Field is in Chicago, but it's like on the outskirts. Like you have to drive, like you're not in downtown, you have to drive a little way to get to it. So I think the question wouldn't be how far is it from downtown Chicago. I think the question would be how far is it from the current Soldier Field, which is a very nice stadium from the outside. I think I've never been inside of it, but I've seen it from the outside. It looks like a really nice field from the outside. But I've also heard it's like not a really good stadium on the inside. So
from Soldier Field to Hammond is 27 miles.
27 miles. So 27 miles in Chicago traffic is probably 50 minutes.
So wouldn't it be better to just upgrade the stadium instead of?
That's my question. Is why?
Well, they already did that. So back in 2002 or so, they did that. This is the problem.
20 years ago,
the Bears have already paid off the debt. The state of Illinois still owes on that stadium. So that's the problem right there. And so to your point, the financial committee met on Thursday, and they passed a measure 13-7 to try to keep the Bears, but then it didn't move once it got to the House. So this isn't even going to be brought up again until the end of we're in March now, the end of this month. You know what I mean? And whereas Indiana voted 45-4.
Yeah, bring it.
Bring them in here.
That's going to bring them so much money. That's going to make them so much money in that. And that's the other thing is like, how much revenue are you giving up by giving up the Bears? Like, because the team name would still be the Chicago Bears, but that money is not going to be in Chicago.
And big companies are leaving Illinois. Boeing just left not too long ago. So this isn't abnormal. You know what I mean? As far as getting away from the Illinois tax structure, I guess I'll say it like that.
Yeah. That's
not abnormal. You know what I mean? So Indiana has shown, if nothing else, you know, they built Lucas Oil for the Colts. You know, they built Conseco Fieldhouse for the Pacers. So they've shown that we're willing to invest. So it's going to be interesting, you know, to see how this plays out. But guys, I just said it. March is here. Get your brackets ready.
Ooh, make some money on your March Madness.
This is my favorite part of this whole episode. There is one undefeated team left in college basketball, guys. Who is it?
The University of Colorado Hoosiers.
What?
Yeah, Yale, the Yale team. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
a more serious answer, Rez.
University of Houston.
It is the University of, or actually, it's the Miami University, but not the Hurricanes.
Ohio.
Miami of Ohio. The Red Hawks are 29-0, 3 wins against non-Division I teams. So you know what that means? The debate this week is if they lose a game,
should they be the number one overall?
Will they not make the tournament?
What?
Will they not make the tournament?
That's the conversation? And they're the only undefeated team?
Yes.
That's crazy, dog.
Yes, because their schedule is so weak. Like, you know, like,
wow.
Like there's, like I said, they played 3 non-Division I teams.
Jesus.
Yes, and you know, but yet on the other end of the spectrum, because you know, it just wouldn't be college sports if we didn't have these double standards.
Right.
But you got Auburn, who has lost 7 out of 8. They have 14 losses. And the talk about Auburn is, hey, they had the toughest schedule. You got to let them in. And just to be clear, Rez, because I know you like numbers and stuff.
Thank you.
Out of 365 teams, Miami's schedule is ranked 199.
Oh, then that's fair. I guess it's a fair argument. I don't like you play. So the you can only play who's on your schedule thing is different in college football because you literally pick your schedule in college football.
In college basketball, you do too.
On college basketball, that's what I mean. Like in college, you pick your schedule. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I still would struggle with not allowing a team that's 29-1 into the playoffs. Like that'd be crazy. Like to the tourney. Like I don't get that. But you know, I think they'll end up doing it right. But I don't care enough about the Miami of Ohio's Redhawks to stand on the table and fight for them.
Well, it looks like the number 1 seeds are going to be some form of Duke, Florida, UConn, and Iowa State or Michigan.
Okay.
Looks like that's going to be, Michigan just had the good game against Duke last week.
That's right. And lost.
That out. Yes. And, shout out to, my guy, Dallas Mike holding down Duke, saying shout out to Black Adam holding down Michigan. Anyway, then we go, around the country. There's not many teams that are out here for the 1 seed. There's just not. Like Houston was on track, but then they went through a 3-game losing streak recently.
Yes, that's why I thought they were doing really well. That's why I thought
they were, and then they lost the 3 in a row. Iowa State's doing well. Texas Tech lost their best player. Get your brackets ready, and while you're at it, are
we gonna do a bracket?
Of course we are.
We're gonna have a say less, say more bracket challenge. We're gonna put it inside in our comment section. You guys will be able to sign up and see if you can beat one of us in the bracket challenge. Make sure you sign up.
Of course we are. And then while we're at it, we don't necessarily got a bracket, but I think we got WrestleMania figured out.
Let's go!
Just like I said last week, Mommy was going to win the Elimination Chamber because if you look at all the other options, it just made sense. But I was a little shocked that they went with Blandy Borton in the men's Elimination Chamber.
What I was really happy about, and Jack, you might want to get in on this one. I was happy that it wasn't Cody Rhodes. That's what made me happy. It made me extremely happy. Jack, I don't hear what's going on with your mic, but we can't hear you when you talk.
Oh, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yes, but now it's echoing.
What about now?
It's not now good. I was really happy that it was not Cody Rhodes. We've seen Cody versus Drew so many times, and then I don't know if y'all saw it, but I put the link. I put the video in our group chat. In the post show, not Adam Pearce. Who's the other guy for the other for SmackDown?
Nick Aldis.
Nick Aldis said that because Drew McIntyre is doing all these things to not fight Cody, Drew actually has to fight Cody on Friday for the title again because that's what the streets really, really want. Listen here, white people. Let me tell y'all something.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, let me talk to my Caucasian brethren and sisterin real quick.
You got to put your white voice on.
I see y'all on the internet and this love that y'all have for Cody Rhodes. I don't know. I don't know why you love Cody the way you do. Because maybe in my 15 years, as I'm coming back into it, maybe I missed something. But Cody is not the guy that y'all think he is.
No, that's easy work.
Cook.
They love the song. They love his daddy. You know what I'm saying? And they love the fact that he. No, that's his brother.
I know who Goldust is.
No, forget Goldust. And because, he went to AEW and came out alive and came back and took over the WWE.
Yeah, and he finished his story. Actually, my bad. And he finished his story. So, they don't call me Raheem for nothing. Suffering a succotash.
This guy, man.
No, like Cody is a tough one because I feel like to some degree they're building him to be that next John Cena kind of ambassador for the company.
That's
it. I didn't even want John Cena, so why would I want this?
Definitely didn't. But before we get back to Randy, I just want to say that the intro of the night was.
It wasn't.
It was.
CM Punk had the intro of the night.
Oh,
listen.
And I want to start a petition.
CM Punk had the intro of the night. Gotta give it to him. The
Because he went with the Bulls thing.
Yeah, that was tough.
In Chicago, hometown, I'm mad at it.
Yeah, it's fire. You know what I'm saying? But I need a petition, like, because y'all know how I feel about your tribal chief.
It's true.
I cannot wait until the tribal chief takes the title off of him and sends him home to be a family man, and then somebody, whoever, I don't even care who it is, somebody take the title off of his wife so she can go back to write books.
So this woman hasn't had, now I found this out last night, this woman hasn't had a singles match in 10 years.
Something along those lines. Yeah.
Okay,
probably it might have been longer than 10 years actually.
And guess what? And she won her first time back.
Hasn't the major critique that CM Punk has had for people like Roman Reigns is that they're part-timers?
Of course.
And his wife steps away from wrestling for 10 years, comes back.
She's not even a part-timer. She didn't even come the week of the event to like advertise or anything to like
and wins the title.
Hey, is the tribal chief gonna let it rain like Virginia Williams? Is he gonna talk about it? Is he gonna bring up her 10 years?
Oh, you know he is. Oh, you know what time it is.
You will acknowledge me.
Yo, if CM Punk fires back with "You are hiding a child," you know what I'm saying?
God,
I am here for it.
Meet the Reigns. Meet the Reigns.
I am here for it, you know. But yeah.
Child.
So mommy, you know, she,
child.
You know, they lost the tag team titles, you know, this week on SmackDown. The lesbians, you know, our beloved lesbians,
we love you.
Lost their tag team titles, and as soon as they lost them titles, I said Rhea's winning the chamber, because as you look at it,
you did. Yeah,
the winner of this match was going to fight Jade. So who else in that match besides maybe Raquel?
Yeah.
You know, said could look Jade in the eye, or you know, just have this battle of the Titans type moment. But it couldn't have been Raquel, because Raquel can't even beat little Stephanie.
Well, it's that, and it's that
And
Raquel's not on the mic. Raquel can't do it. Rhea can do it with Jade on the mic.
Yeah.
Like she can stand toe to toe with her, and they can actually build up like anticipation to, like, I can see like a real back and forth between Rhea and Jade. So I'm actually it sort of hypes me up for WrestleMania for that match.
Yeah, so I gotta ask the question. If you're the booker, do you have Rhea win that match?
Yes. 1000%. She's the biggest face in female wrestling.
Why?
Because everybody loves Rhea.
I think I would explore Jade winning. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, now granted, it makes
not
sense.
if she's not going to show up in any actual spots.
Yeah,
like if they're going to keep doing like they've been doing it, then they got to take the title off Jade. They have to.
It's tough, man. It's tough. But you know, we had the return of Seth Rollins last night.
Down with the vision.
Hold up.
Down with the vision. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even a Seth fan, but I appreciate him coming back this time. You know,
I hated it.
Like, of course you did, and that's
Tell me why. Tell me why you hated me and Seth coming back.
So I saw Seth doing his little promo runs this week, talking about how he wants his title. You know, talking about whoever wins CM Punk and Finn Balor is going to have to deal with him.
He said he never lost it. He said I didn't lose the title.
He did. He did. You know what I mean? But my takeaway from that is Braun is gone. Bronson is gone. I don't care about you attacking Logan Paul. Logan Paul wasn't going to win the chamber.
Yeah, you have no real beef with the Vision.
He's attacking Logan Paul because he's in the Vision.
No, I know that. You know what I'm saying? But after the talk and stuff that he was doing, I would have thought he would have got involved in the other match that was actually for the title that he's complaining that he never lost.
But you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that with the fact that the whole point around the masked person was that they were attacking the Vision the whole time. Yeah. With Braun and Bronson getting messed up, like, it made it weird. So now it's like, okay, well, you not a masked man is going to start like pivot into somebody else and start like that would make sense.
The whole thing is the vision is now destroyed, right? Bronson's gone, Braun is gone. Now you got Logan. He just got stomped out.
See, for me, it would have made more sense if Austin Theory was in the match, and he would have went after Austin Theory.
Austin Theory is going after Jey Uso. They're about to have their own feud.
Forget Jey Uso for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking about.
That's what they're
no. But Austin Theory is like Logan Paul is a great athlete, right? Like he's there. Austin Theory theoretically is this guy that the company has big plans for. So why not have Seth go after him?
That would make
like
sense.
Because Jay's out. You know what I mean? Like he'll be back, but for now, Jay's out for a minute. So you got time to have a short little thing, a couple, Saturday night's main event is in 2 weeks? You could easily have that match and then pivot Austin back to Jay's return and then have them have their WrestleMania match.
So I know.
Because now do we get Seth and Logan Paul at WrestleMania, I guess?
No, I told Riz, I think that you get CM Punk lose to Seth, and then you got Seth and Roman at WrestleMania. But
that would be fire, but they ain't doing that.
They're not gonna put a title on the line again.
Especially after that promo battle that they had, we got to see this through.
Hey, I'm just saying, like it would do so much for the WWE to just break everything that everybody thinks is coming, even though they've produced the merch and all that for the CM Punk Tribal Chief stuff. I don't think anybody would be mad if we saw these chain of events because it would be shocking. Like that's what people want. We want a surprising storyline. So it's like, oh shit, CM Punk lost.
I think we get CM Punk. I think we get Seth Roman by as early as SummerSlam, no later than Survivor Series.
We'll see.
But that's kind of disgusting because as we venture into the Shield, it's kind of crazy that Roman and Seth have never really had a proper one-on-one WrestleMania match. That's crazy to me.
And they've never had a real beef either.
That's what I'm saying.
Never had anything. So,
but for more Shield breakdown, I'm going to turn it over to El Residente.
Okay.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing right there? I just want to let y'all know the Shield. So listen, guys. So y'all know, took a 15-year break from wrestling, missed a whole lot of what was going on. I actually realized it might have been longer than 15 years because 15 years would have started me at 2000, got me out at 2011. I'm pretty sure I was more closely out like 2003, 2004, but that's a whole nother thing for another day.
20-year hiatus.
Yeah, it's been a really long time. So in my research, after you remember last episode, I told y'all that I watched that Uncle Shay interview with Seth Rollins and became a Seth Rollins fan. So I was really excited to see him last night come back. But I went back and watched the Shield's sort of ascension. There's a great YouTube series for those who are trying to figure it out about sort of how they got there. And the first one was like 2011 to 2014. And it was really interesting to watch how they came together. They actually came out together. So they started out in like the background, which used to be NXT, but NXT wasn't a television product at the time. But they all came in together and they were backing up CM Punk, right? CM Punk was like on this run where like every time he fought, like they would just come in and try to stop people from beating him for the title, which is a weird thing to me, but okay. And then they became the Hounds of Justice, which might be the worst nickname for a crew I've ever heard in my life. But I just loved how each of them showed up. Roman was the I'm not gonna say nothing guy. I'm gonna talk when it's necessary to talk. Seth was the brainiac. He was the visionary. He was the architect. He's the guy, the glue to hold everything together. And then there was Dean Ambrose, who's now Jon Moxley, who was just a lunatic, like legit a lunatic. That guy is definitely an ICE agent if he does not make it in the WWE. I'm just telling you, that's a thing.
We respect you, Jon Moxley.
Yeah, Jon Moxley, definitely. And to see, like, for me, the cool thing for me was looking at it from the vantage point that I see it now, where all three of them are in their careers right now, for them to start out as a crew and to become that, it's sort of like if Wu-Tang would have became, like, individually the biggest stars in the world. Like, to me, it's that. And so to watch their ascension to that, I actually got to the part where Seth hits Roman in the back with the chair for no reason whatsoever, and joins the Evolution. with Triple H and Randy Orton. It's just really cool to go back and see it and just relive it. So yeah, so shout out to them. I'm enjoying it.
Mystery.
But I also found out because I also found out that after they broke up, they kept getting back together again. So now I'm in that space where they're starting to get back together and break up again, which is I'm still navigating that. So.
It's crazy, like how great Roman sold that chair shot. Like it was like, and it wasn't even from the pain standpoint. It was from the like, I'm betrayed. How could you do this to me? Like, Father, why have you forsaken me? Standpoint,
brother. Why have you forsaken me?
Mufasa,
you knew what I meant.
It's Mufasa. It's Mufasa. It's Mufasa's scar. It's Mufasa's scar.
Yeah,
it was that.
Well, he had to become the tribal chief somehow, and you got to pay your dues along the ways. He wasn't always the chief.
And so guys, so the head of table thing that didn't start during Shield, right? That was post Shield.
No, that was like 5 years later.
Okay, I just want to make sure. All right.
Yeah. But I just can't believe that they just haven't had a proper one-on-one WrestleMania match. And we might even get a J. Cole CyHi match before we get that. Like, man, CyHi does not like J. Cole apparently, or
I could never fall off
in his arena.
I could never fall off. He started it with that. Shout out to what he said, Stone Mountain Zone, Atlanta, Georgia Zone. We have a lot of criticisms from dudes from Atlanta a lot of times, but I'm gonna tell you one dude from Atlanta that I don't think anybody should play with is
Radical
CyHi.
Jack.
CyHi the Prince. No, Jack has no homeland.
Go Jack was from San Antonio.
CyHi the Prince. Shout out to No Dope on Sundays, really dope album. But yeah, like CyHi the Prince is definitely one of the top lyricists that we've seen. If you're just going bar for bar, not accolades, not sales, not awards. If you're just talking bar for bar, there aren't a lot of people that rap and put words together better than CyHi the Prince.
I still listen to when he dissed Joe Budden. You know what I'm saying? I knocked the legs off a cow just to ground beef.
That's nasty. That's nasty. But yeah, he went after Jack's favorite rapper. You know what I mean? Well, sorry, Jack's favorite rapper is Drake. But he said J. Cole is the greatest putter of words together. What are the words that you used again? You said J. Cole is the best putter of words, rhymer of words. What was the way you put that? Because I'm trying to see if he's going to do that with CyHi right now.
He's the best person when we're just talking about putting words on paper and making them flow together.
So the words that CyHi put on that paper to diss J. Cole?
Jay's going to have to come back and show us.
And you know what? No apologies this time.
See, the difference is I'm not a stand for anybody.
Right? Lies. I have a text thread. That can prove completely different.
Red stands.
Oh, word. Okay, cool. I got you. Hold on. What was the date? It was. I got you. Hold on. I got you. We can go back to June 4th, 2025.
I'm okay with them losing, man.
We can go back to June 4th, 2025.
I'm always objective. You know what?
Yeah.
24. Sorry.
When I first heard it, right, and he said I'll never fall off. In the moment, I was like, nah, he ain't talking about Cole, man. And then as soon as he started rapping,
I said,
he's definitely talking about J. Cole. And then he brought up false prophets in this. He brought up false prophets in the second verse too, and I was just like,
"Is it in DSPs or no?"
I haven't seen it yet. I've been trying to find it because I just heard it right before we came on here. I heard it from yesterday's JBP episode, and like he slaughtered that track. And like J. Cole, this ain't one of those situations because I know that there's times where when Jay-Z was at the top, there would be all these rappers that would say things, and he wouldn't respond to all of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to say nothing to J.O. You don't need to respond to J.O. felony for real. You know what I mean? But like Jay kind of have this layered tier of you're important enough for me to respond to, you know what I'm saying? Or you're not. J. Cole, the difference is J. Cole goes on record talking about how he is the best. He wants to prove that he's the best. And it's like CyHi, even though he's not on J. Cole's level as far as like recognition and commercial success and fanfare, he can't claim that he's the best rapper or whatever and let CyHi slide with this.
Nah, CyHi is definitely big enough on the tier list to get a response.
And he's
Cole,
affiliated with Kanye.
I think Cole knows these things, and I think J. Cole knows like this right here. Unless he's serious about the whole like I don't give a damn, I'm just putting out music and I'm done. If he's really on some like I'm retired, I don't care, whatever. But I think that if you really care about who you are as a rapper in this legacy game, if he puts CyHi in a coffin, nobody can say anything.
You know what I would do if I was CyHi? I would give J. Cole. I would give J. Cole till about Wednesday.
And you drop another one?
If I don't hear nothing, I'm coming on your beat and I'm be like, oh, you ain't gonna pick up your pen, punk bitch. Like,
Yep.
But this is the thing.
You said, right? Don't you ever say you the best again, punk bitch.
Yeah, but this is the thing. You can't. How many times can you do that before you start looking like the attention-seeking loser? Like you can't.
You ain't say that about T.I. and his family.
I did. I just didn't want y'all to slash my throat for it because it's the unpopular opinion. These niggas is rapping at a dude that don't want to rap. I think it's pointless. I just think
the same way that 50 meme at people that don't want to meme.
Nah, it's not the same. Everybody uses the internet. When a dude don't rap and you rapping at him, it's good, but he's not going to respond the way you want him to, And then
is he really not going to respond?
Let's talk about this, right? So T.I. dropped a good diss, then he dropped a mid diss, then his son dropped some trash, and then Domani was like, "Wait a minute, y'all. Not only am I going to come out with a diss, I'm not going to cuss. I'm going to actually utilize the 21 questions and ask him 21. I'm respectfully gonna disrespect this dude. No cuss words. No, you're a loser. Ad hominem things. Nope, just a bunch of, hey man, your mommy didn't love you right, and now you got mommy issues. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a victim.
And
it's
you
crazy.
Saw your mama kissing a girl.
Firebug.
Oh yeah,
The firebug.
Like it's just.
Yo.
I loved it, bro. He came at him respectfully and just disrespected him. It was beautiful, bro.
So just to go back really quickly and then come forward. So, CyHi, if you really want the smoke, put your foot on his neck and squeeze till he responds.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Bitch.
That's hip hop. That is what rappers rap, bro. And if you really want smoke, you go get the smoke that you want, right? Drake tried it and it worked terribly in reverse for his favor. But if you really want the smoke, keep applying pressure. Now, that being said, to this T.I. situation, the disrespect was started by 50 Cent.
Yeah.
So T.I. went into the booth and said, okay, cool, rap. He's like, no, I'm not gonna rap, I'm gonna post more memes. Cool, I'm gonna rap some more. What I loved seeing is the kids step up. I've never liked King. I've thought King has been a clown from the first time I saw his little face. I thought this dude is a clown. He grew up in a very nice home with a very nice family. You're on television. You've been on reality TV since you were 6 and 7 years old. Dude, we know you. You're a real approachable dude, right? To use the words of Drake, Drizzy Drake Graham. But Domani, I've never heard a diss track that made me say, where's the rest of this guy's music? Like,
I never even heard his name before.
I had heard his name. I had heard freestyles from before.
Yeah.
I didn't know he could do that. Like, top tier rappers are listening to that and are like, yo, who is this kid? One, it was the nicest diss record I've ever heard in my life. Like, I've never heard somebody's life threatened in such kind ways in my life. Like that, like, and it was very, and they said this on the Joe Budden podcast, so I don't want to steal it. Podcast. But it was very Meet the Grams-esque. Like, no, I'm talking to your soul right now. I'm not even angry. You got problems, and somebody needs to tell you that you got problems. And I'm talking to your mom about this. Like, that's nuts, bro. Like that. Like, bitch. Shout out to Domani, just doing it for hip hop, doing it for his mom. Yes. And one more thing for me, the fact that Tiny isn't even Domani's actual birth mom. Yeah. And for him to ride for her like that, like that to me was like, nah. I just love how they come together as a family. I've always be, there for, for black men showing up and being protective of women. So that's my thing.
All I
Jack
need
loves that
is
too.
see, 50 would probably love to have Lloyd Banks around right now.
Anybody.
Know?
Anybody that will get in the studio.
Hey, Uncle Murder might get in the studio.
50 Cent is still a Jackson, so he still got it in him. Just hold off. Because if he does come out with a diss, I want y'all to have the same energy of keeping it level and objective. I don't want to hear this just sound like, no.
Well,
what's your last favorite 50 verse?
Man, so
I know it was from Get Rich or Die Trying.
Definitely was from Get Rich or Die Trying.
My last favorite
from I Get Money.
No, my last favorite 50 Cent verse came out in 2014. I think it was a song with Chris Brown called "I'm the Man."
Oh, I didn't like his verse on that.
Yeah, that's how.
I remember
the last 50 Cent verse I think I liked was Heat.
Go close the door.
You know what I'm saying? Get Rich or Die Trying.
Come on, man. And honestly, if that 50 comes back, I do what I want to do.
Now, I mean, at this point, now that the kids rapping like this, I'm like, yo, we're Ludacris kids to get at T.I.'s kids. I mean, I don't even know if he got kids, but I'm just saying.
Ludacris and T.I. ain't beefing.
Luda has kids.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how old they are though. Like, if they're old enough to go at T.I.'s kids.
I don't think he has any sons. He only has a daughter.
Okay, because he needs some kids to finish what they did. They didn't give us what we deserved.
Remember,
because T.I. couldn't compete.
No, he couldn't. He realized it early. He couldn't compete. when Luda said, "I can fit your whole house in my daughter's room," like I think we all decided. Like,
stay off the TIP of
mine. Yeah. Then he had War with God. Like War with God is such an underrated diss track. Just a real quick Ludacris appreciation moment.
Yes,
like,
people don't like him.
That song is
I don't know why people don't
fire.
Like he's the best rapper out of Atlanta, not named 3 Cat.
They say that he played too much. He's not serious.
He's too animated.
Yeah. But I'm like, but up north, you know what I'm saying? As Jack would say, you from New York. You know what I'm saying? Like up north. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah, up north. We respect the hell out of Redman. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's kind of that same type of rapper. You know what I mean? Like, but people don't talk about Luda in that vein.
Luda's better than Redman, but that's just me.
What?
He ain't though. Stop it.
I'm not even better than Redman?
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. I'm just going to get back to the Joe Budden podcast.
Even New York
podcast,
where the topic came up: should lyrics be used in cases against rappers? What do you guys think?
I think we should keep this one relatively short. But yes, 100%. Send these niggas to jail when they talk about things that are worthy of jail time.
So what I'll say is this. I don't think you should be able to listen to a Jay-Z song and say, he said he's got birds, let's investigate the birds, and then use like our only source of evidence is he made a song in 1993 where he said he had birds, and now we're gonna you can't do that. However, I do think if you have a case against somebody, like a murder case, right, and there's a murder that happens on July 24th, 2026, and dude's like, July 24th, 2026, we was riding in the mix. We shot this dude 6 times, and somebody happened to be shot 6 times on that day. And like, okay, I think we would have used that. So I think there's a certain level of it. I don't think that all lyrics should just be welcome, but if you have a case and you can use them, I think it's definitely should be an open playing field. Any more than I think if somebody made a rock and roll song talking about like decapitating their mom and their mom ended up being decapitated, I think that should definitely be considered part of evidence.
You didn't even have to take it off of rock and roll. You could have said that about Eminem. But I was sitting there, and
Eminem's mom's still alive and walking around these streets though.
For now, but like when I heard that topic, I thought about these crazy ass Chicago rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen videos. It's amazing the things that because I talk to y'all and y'all constantly remind me of the things that I don't know about. So like it amazes me the things that I do know about because I saw all these music videos a couple years ago where like dudes was on top of people's graves. You know, like rapping and like
smoking
all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm like, yo, you got to use that in a court case. Like, you know, you got to. Like, he's at the gravesite right now. You know, what I'm saying, reminiscing about good times in his world. You know what I mean? But I think that, from that standpoint, though, I don't think you should just be able to willy-nilly decide that this rapper is rapping about this topic. So now I'm going to try to find trouble where there may not be any. Yeah, I do agree with that. But, in other news, saying there was the BAFTA awards recently, and before I get into John Davison and all that, I'm going to turn the floor over to Jack because, the BAFTAs mean a lot to him.
I love it.
And he's on mute.
And he's muted somehow.
The BAFTAs have had a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? We got the Tourette's man out there going screaming the N-bomb, and it further goes into the whole topic of, it's so okay to say the N-word, but so many other words are deemed super disrespectful by the masses, but you can say the N-word anywhere. The BAFTAs pissed me off. They had a 2-hour delay, and somehow the man screaming the N-word wasn't taken out. So what people don't know is there's also a black worker at the BAFTAs that decided to quit after this. He said this was the last straw. And he said that there's other things that have been going on throughout the years, but that was the last straw because so many things were edited out. Like, apparently that dude was doing it the whole show. And they edited out most of it, but they left that in there. And I just think
they edited the one dude saying free Palestine and all that.
Yeah. So it's like you can edit all that stuff out, but you can't edit the N-word. So that's what I have to say about what happened that night. Now, there's some other stuff that's been happening. There's a narrative floating around that the British Academy never nominated Denzel Washington. That's actually false. Denzel was nominated multiple times by the BAFTAs. For Cry of Freedom, Malcolm X, The Hurricane, and Training Day. He didn't win, but he was nominated. The problem is we say never nominated, and that's not what you think it is. We're not criticizing, we're rewriting history. And once you get caught exaggerating, your whole argument loses weight. Are there legitimate diversity concerns with the BAFTAs historically? Yes. Did they have years where all 20 acting nominees were white? Yes. But saying they routinely ignore prominent black actors like Denzel, that's just not accuracy. And if we're going to critique institutions, we have to do it with discipline, facts over feelings, always. But because the moment we trade accuracy for outrage, we weaken our own position. And I'm really not here for the viral stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it sounds good. It's really fun to say, like, yo, they've never nominated such and such and such and such. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's what's the point? Especially today where everybody can fake information. One article comes out and says this, and now everybody's running with it. But they have nominated him. They've nominated a few people. Now, snubs that you can reference, though, is Jamie Foxx. When he won the Oscar for Ray, he was not nominated by the BAFTAs. Will Smith wasn't nominated when he won for King Richard. Cuba Gooding Jr. wasn't nominated when he won for Jerry Maguire. And Octavia Spencer was not nominated when she won for The Help. So those are 4 black people that won Oscars that year that the BAFTAs completely ignored. The last thing I'll say is Michael B. Jordan and Sinners won 3 awards that night. So there's that. It's getting harder and harder to predict who's going to win the Oscars. I just watched Timothy Chalamet in Marty Supreme, and he was acting. He was acting his ass off. So, this is a tight race. I still think Michael B. Jordan played 2 different characters, and the nuances that he was able to do with the twins, I personally think that he still deserves the nom and the award. But yeah, BAFTAs, appreciate you guys showing us that racism is still hyper prominent in the worst way. Yeah.
All right. What you got, Riz?
I didn't watch the BAFTAs. I've never watched the BAFTAs. I never knew what the BAFTAs was until this year when the dude came out and said that. The fact that, again, y'all made the point about the 2-hour delay. If you got rid of the other stuff, the fact that you allowed somebody yelling the word nigger with a hard ER at the end of it to stick around. is less about the person who said it and more about the people who allowed it to take place. The people who are saying that somebody with Tourette's needs to apologize for saying something that people with Tourette's may say, I think that's a bit misguided. But to the people who are criticizing the industry and the BAFTAs as an organization for allowing that to happen, that's absolutely warranted, and I stand by that.
So this is where I differ a little bit, just a little bit, but it has nothing to do with that type of, like exactly what you said. But so I was listening to Piers Morgan the other day, and I don't know why, like I started listening to Piers Morgan, but I find it very entertaining, even though it's like the closest thing white to ghetto as you could get, you know. But but as I was listening to this, they had an author on there, and they were making the argument about why are y'all bullying John Davidson into making an apology? So I thought about that, right? And I was like, hey, people with Tourette's can't necessarily control, or I shouldn't say necessarily, they can't control the things that come out. But this is the problem that I have with John Davidson and those that are defending him. So Pierce kept referencing where John Davidson met Queen Elizabeth. And he was just totally disrespectful. You know, the Tourette's took over and he was saying these mean things to her. In the moment, he apologized to her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, hey, like, you know, whatever. So that shows that John Davidson has some kind of conscience in there, right? Like, Now, I don't know why people throw morals out the window when it comes to black people, because during this conversation where they were talking about should he apologize, they were saying y'all are trying to bully him and y'all need to grow up because it's just a word. And so then it made me think, like, if he apologized to the Queen for something that he didn't mean,
yeah,
why wouldn't he just apologize to somebody else for something that he didn't mean? So then as you peel it back a little bit more, you know, as this conversation was happening in real time, they had a doctor on there who specializes in Tourette's. And he made the comment. Now, I haven't looked it up to see if it's true or not, but he's a doctor, so I'm going to roll with it for now. He said that people with Tourette's are 4 times likely to unalive themselves because of the guilt that they feel about the things that they say. Okay, cool. If that's the case, then why would he be needed to be forced to apologize? If that was true, you know what I'm saying, you would think that it would just be within him to apologize. But we're demanding these apologies from people like Jamie Foxx, who demanded an apology and went off calling them racist. And we're demanding apologies from them, which absolutely should take place.
Yeah.
But you're taking the onus off of him, who might feel bad about it. You know what I'm saying? And if he does feel the need to apologize to the Queen, I'm sure he's apologized to other people.
Yep.
And regardless of intention, you can't deny impact. So when he said that word, it was felt. It reverberated, if you will.
Reverb.
So if you feel bad about offending people, you can't pick the line of who you want to apologize to, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that. But that absolutely is a viable response. And there's nothing that I have to add to that, because I think you nailed it. The reason he apologized to the Queen is because he thinks that the Queen deserved much more respect than he was giving her, even though he has a condition that has him saying things that, you know, he wouldn't otherwise say. I think Mark Lamont Hill's the one that said that, you know, it sort of triggers you, like the Tourette's thing sort of eliminates the filter that removes you from saying the things that you know you shouldn't say. But if you say it, you know, and you know that it's disrespectful, it doesn't cost you anything to say, yeah, my bad. That's a hurtful word. And, you know, even with my condition, I can recognize the fact that, and I saw some other arguments. People are like, oh, well, he would be apologizing all the time for things that he says. And I'm like, okay.
But not now, right?
Right,
now,
like, how dare you expect him to apologize?
Now to expect an apology is bullying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though he has a record of apologizing.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know what, guys? Let's talk about the N-word some more.
Do it.
Because there's not many things I hate in this world more than the N-word. I don't care if it's an ER. I don't care if it's an A. I don't care if you try to spell it with an H in there somewhere. I don't like it. And if you love me, don't call me that. Don't refer to me as that. You know, people say things like, you know why I say that word? Because that's my brother right there. And you know what you could do? You could call him brother. You could call him bro. You could say any other word but that word. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching WWE, you know what I'm saying, and Vince McMahon came through. You know what I'm saying? What's good in the hood? But, you know, and people were laughing about it. I might have chuckled a little bit just because of the audacity of it. But at the same time, like, I'm with Jesse Jackson, and I know a lot of y'all disagree with Jesse Jackson on a lot of things.
R.I.P.
But I'm with Jesse Jackson. Bury that shit. That word has no place in this world or in my life. Now, I don't judge those who say it. That's your cross to bear and all that stuff like that. But just don't refer to me as that. That's all I ask. I hate it.
Also, I had a rule in the Army with my boy Stover. Shout out Stover, man. We didn't say it around white people. You know, if you're going to say it, at least gatekeep it. We got to get back to gatekeeping, man.
Well, the funniest part is when white people act like kindergartners and they're like, well, why they get to say it? It's like, well, why do you want to say it?
Yeah.
So, just so again, it's always important to me that I always show up with my true, authentic self, right? So that is a word I absolutely use. Do I use it a ton? Probably not. But I definitely use it, and I'm comfortable with the fact of me using it. I don't like non-black people using it. That includes anybody that's non-black. And I'm going to let whoever that is listening to me say it. Yes.
Even if it was Netanyahu.
If you're not black.
If you're not black, I don't want to hear you saying it. I just don't. But I absolutely respect the fact that there are people, black people included, that do not like the word and do not like hearing the word being used. Definitely, I respect that. And I think we've had a conversation before, like with that, like the fact that like 2-5 feels how he feels about it. I know that I use it like not as frequently as some people may. Like I'm probably mid grade, like in my personal life. But if you, I'm not like on the internet just using the N word a whole lot and nothing like that. Because I just have other words to use, but when I'm kicking with my friends and stuff like that, I might pull one out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've done one a couple of times.
Yeah. Yes. But I just had to say, like, but I think that it's always important to respect people's boundaries, right? So that being said, like if and this actually goes to a larger discussion about some other stuff like that we could get into really politically, but I'm not going to. If somebody tells you that something's offensive to them, don't say it to them. Like, I don't think that's a hard thing to do. If there's a certain way that people would prefer to be refer to them that way. I don't think that costs me anything. It's just a matter of respect. And somebody states something. So I love the fact that 2-5 stated it. And I love the fact that I'm never
gonna call 2-5 a nigga again. I called him a nigga on Friday like 48 times.
Oh, that's where this came from. Damn.
Actually, I thought about this the first time I heard the BAFTA thing. So that was already like percolating in my universe.
Yeah, but
I don't have gunshots in here.
I definitely referred to 2-5 as, yo, this nigga.
I don't have a gunshot. So like
I said, it doesn't bother me on that level to where I'm like, don't say it around me, because like people are who they are. People say what they say. I'm not trying to police anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't expect me to participate. That's all I'm saying.
White boys, do not say it around me.
Oh, yeah, that goes without saying. But yeah. But
just saying, don't.
Jack, I'm pretty sure the one of the stars in the movie that you're going to talk about says that word a lot. So let's get to the movie.
So yeah, we'll get to the movie. But I just want to say, white boys, please don't do anything that's not your culture and can be offensive. If you think that it can be offensive, 9 times out of 10 it is offensive.
Yeah.
So
they don't think it can be offensive a lot of times. Like a lot of times they just think people are babies or woke or any of that, terminology they use and stole from us.
If it's something that makes you wonder, like, can I say it around this particular black person versus this particular black person? Yeah, you shouldn't say it. If you can't say it universally, just don't say it. So like on Friday, me and 2-5 were at the cigar lounge, and this white dude came up red beard, blonde hair, or red hair, or whatever, And
He's an African American.
He was like, yeah, man, this made me go back to my Jamaican roots and booyaka. And I was like, yo, this is racist. Like,
this is a true story.
It made him go back to his Jamaican. Is he from Jamaica?
Didn't ask, didn't care. Just wanted him to get away from me. Once he said, yeah, man, Jamaican roots, boy. Like, what are you doing? Wild. What are you doing? Like, it was crazy.
That's crazy.
Thank the Lord he left us, though. But anyway, this is a movie that came out in the year of 1998. Stars Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. And this is my favorite buddy cop film of all time. It's called Rush Hour. It's about an Asian little girl that gets stolen from the chancellor. He's the chancellor's daughter. She gets stolen, and LAPD has to do their job to help find the little girl. And they work with the FBI to get this little girl. Along the way, two unlikely cops become buddies. They're both dope in their own right, and they have to learn how to work amongst each other, break down barriers, and solve the case. It's hilarious. There's so many cultural things from it. The song War had like a re-energized pathway after this. It definitely made Jackie Chan a household name. If you didn't know him, you definitely knew him after this. It was Chris Tucker's first $20 million film, and it was also Hollywood stamp letting him know that he was a bankable star. So yeah, Rush Hour, it's the direct rival to the Bad Boy series. So, you like Martin and Will, or do you like Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan? It's a topic amongst moviegoers, but yeah, go see it. Fire film. So,
don't you ever touch a black man's radio.
Don't touch a black man's radio. Jackie Chan learned not to say nigga.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. I
don't think I've ever seen Rush Hour all the way through.
Cool. Man, I love all three of them. And part 4 is in the works, actually.
Yeah, part 4 is in the works.
Thanks to our president.
More things that we didn't ask for.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
But yeah, I actually had something that I hate as well, 2-5.
What's that?
So outside of my Rush Hour, I have a hot take today, and my hot take is people don't need facts for opinions. We have to stop the thoughts that if somebody doesn't like something, it has to be based on fact. It's an opinion for a reason. Let them have their opinion, no matter how goofy it might be. If somebody tells you they hate Will Smith, don't sit up here and badger them, telling them, yo, but have you seen Pursuit of Happiness? I don't like Will Smith, bro. Just let them have it. I don't like Will Smith. I don't need you to tell me about a great film that's just magically going to make me like this person. That album was meh. You know what I'm saying? Oh, bro, you weren't listening. You didn't hear the word. No, the album just wasn't good to me. It didn't touch my soul. And that's okay. You can just let them have that. You don't need to break down this song and tell them how intricate the plot was. We don't care. I don't like this dude's voice.
Stop attacking Kendrick Lamar.
Not. Or they try to loop you into the 6 degrees of like. You know what I mean? They'll be like, oh, man, this dude hates J. Cole. And then they'll be like, well, he must hate J. Cole because he promoted that Kendrick album last month. So he must just love Kendrick. And since he loves Kendrick, he can't like J. Cole. No, maybe he just doesn't like J. Cole. We don't need to do all these things where we round it off and try to make sense of somebody's opinion. If somebody likes blue, it doesn't mean that they hate red. Let people be who they are, man.
I just don't know why we got to have teams. Like, it is allowed for you to like Drake and Kendrick, or like, back in, what was it, 2001 or whenever it was, like, it was like, ooh, you a Jay-Z fan? You better not be listening to Nas, though.
Right.
It's like, I'm listening to both of them. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah. I needed Jay-Z to get me up, and I needed Nas to, put me to sleep. So, that's how
Pause.
Wow. Jesus. My God.
was a crazy pause, wasn't it?
Pause. That's worse than the slam dunk contest.
That was crazy.
That
was nuts.
You know, yeah, like, oh yeah. So, guys, there was Thriller. There was Purple Rain. There was 12 Play. There was Confessions.
These are all album names that were also singles. So
there was Umbrella.
Okay.
That wasn't
right.
So
we also have Single Ladies.
Okay. So what is Chris Brown's version of these?
Oh man. So me personally, I have 3 to 4 songs that could qualify as Chris Brown's
universally beloved.
Make me think
songs.
Of like if I had to put you on this dude, you ain't never heard blank, that would be the song. I'm gonna go with, of course, Yo. Then I'm gonna go with Deuces. And then even though it's new, I'm going with Residuals. I think Residuals is going to stand the test of time. I really think that that's it. And then, of course, what is that song called? Under the Influence. I think Under the Influence might be Chris Brown's legendary banger. You know?
Okay. I like it. So 2 different discussions, right? Universally beloved song, like if you think Thriller is universally beloved. Everyone you meant, like, you know, when you think of the artist, this is the first song that comes to mind, right?
Yeah, when Usher, you can say yeah instead of Confessions.
Right, exactly, right. So I would probably go with Yo for Chris Brown or Run It if it's that song. Now, if I'm trying to convince somebody like, yo, I want to check this dude out, send me the song that's like, yo, it's hard to hear this song and not want to hear more, I'm going with Fine China, and I may go Under the Influence. I think those, and most of the Graffiti album.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
But
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think that you would say that. I didn't think you would say Fine China. Fine China is my favorite Chris Brown song.
I love Fine China. I think Fine China is fire.
But I've played that song and I've told people about that song and they're like, I don't get it. And I'm like, are you a Michael Jackson fan? Because this song is.
But see, Jack. So back to your what Jack hates segment, right? That's when I realized I'm having a conversation with somebody that doesn't look for the same things in music as I do. Yeah. It's the same conversation I have to have with people when they're like, oh, I think Mary J. Blige is better than Beyonce. And I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
What?
What?
Okay, we just look for different things.
There's no way that a red-blooded man said that. I'm a red-blooded man.
Dog, I've had this conversation, and I've had it so many times where it's like, I realize that we look for different things in music. Like, there's certain things as a musician that I look for, because my next question is usually, do you sing? Do you play? Do you produce? Because if you do any of the 3, there's no way you listen to those 2 artists and say, oh, I think this person's hands down better than another person. No. So when I hear Fine China, just to come back to Chris Brown, when I hear that song musically, I think musically that is one of Chris Brown's best songs. So I want to hear him sing that song live in the original key one day. Like I think it'd be like, that song is just like the quintessential song for Chris Brown for me. Like if there's one song, that's mine.
I just gotta know.
And to add to this conversation, with 2-5 got to give his. But what I will say, because going back to that Purple Rain, Thriller, Confessions, these are all albums that you consider play through all the way without a skip. Chris Brown doesn't have one of those.
Yes, he does.
He does not.
He does.
What is
it's called Fame.
Fame is not. No. There are skips on Fame.
Fame is fire.
There are skips on Fame. I love Fame. There are skips on Fame.
Skips is nasty. That's a nasty word.
Now I got to go to the playlist. Hold on, I got you. Real quick.
You did it now.
There are skips on Fame, bro. And I love Fame. I love Fame and I love Graffiti. Graffiti is probably the closest one to me. That's Fortune.
I don't want the expanded version though.
No, not the expanded, the original, the OG.
Yeah, the original.
Up to you, Skip.
No.
Up to you, Skip.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Deuces, up to you. No BS. Look at
Should
me
have
now.
kissed you. I didn't love should have kissed you.
Thank you. Say it with me.
Beautiful people. Get that out of here.
Oh, you're on crack.
Get
You're on
beautiful
crack.
people
Beautiful
out of
People
here.
is one of the best songs Chris Brown has ever had.
Beautiful People made, because remember, Beautiful People is the original first single from
yes,
this,
and it's
right?
fire.
And I was like, I will never hear this album.
That's crazy.
Because of Beautiful People.
Beautiful People is still sung at every Chris Brown concert.
All right.
He just did it when he came here. Beautiful
the deluxe
People
version?
is a top 5 Chris Brown song.
It is not. It is not.
It is. It
so,
is.
okay. All right. So let's do this then. Is Beautiful People better than Yo?
To me, yes.
All right. We can end this
We
conversation.
can't do it. Yeah. Beautiful
We
People
can
is
end
better
this
than Yo.
conversation right there.
I just told you it's
That's
a top 5 Chris
crazy.
Brown song for
You
me.
think Beautiful People's better than Yo?
Yes. That song is amazing.
You think Beautiful People is
Musically,
better? You think
it's
Beautiful
amazing.
People is better than Tempo?
Clear.
You think Beautiful People is better than Tempo?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
This is
Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
This is crazy. And you also said Up to You was a skippable, which is crazy.
Up to You is skippable. It's a skip.
That's crazy. That's
I
crazy.
like graffiti.
What
I
about
like
Autumn Leaves? What do you think about that song?
I love Autumn Leaves.
Well, we can agree.
I
there.
love Autumn Leaves. Autumn Leaves is the top 5 Chris Brown song to me.
Okay.
See, I have Autumn Leaves up there.
All right. Well, see, hey, look. I feel like if me and you had to do 10 Chris Brown songs, I'm pretty sure we can come to an agreement.
We would agree on probably 6. But
Like-
but if you're putting Beautiful People on there, bro,
You could.
Y'all at least starting at 9.
I feel like he could allow a 10 playlist, a 10 song playlist with Chris Brown. I'm pretty sure Rez could be like, all right, fine, fuck it, put Beautiful People at 10.
if it was a DJ mix and you mix it in right, it could work. It's just that I hate the beat to that song.
How?
Because you already got Yeah 3 times, which is also a better song than Beautiful People.
Nah, dog.
If we wouldn't get a copyright infringement, I would play this song for 2-5 just so he can hear this nonsense. Everywhere I go, boo. Tomato.
All
All right. So
It's a disco song. It's an EDM song.
obviously, y'all ain't got to spend a lot of time to figure out that I don't listen to as much Chris Brown as y'all do.
I got sleepy on Chris Brown. That's crazy.
No, I didn't.
He traded Chris Brown like college basketball.
No, I didn't. No. Obviously, I don't listen to him as much as you all do. You know,
Favorite Chris Brown song?
you know what I'm saying? My
Do you have a
favorite, I would
Chris Brown
probably
song?
say is Loyal. I like
Also
that
better
song a
than
lot.
Beautiful People.
You know what I'm saying? But I would say, for the purposes of this discussion, I would say I like No Influence. I like Say Goodbye. I think it's called 5 More Hours. I think that might be the name of the song. I can't remember.
Is that the one with the acoustic guitar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that one.
No Influence? You mean Under the Influence, right?
Under the Influence.
I mean, Under the Influence. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. I'm sorry. Yeah. Then you
That
got,
song's undeniable.
you know, Run It, obviously. You know, that's where it all began. I Can Transform You.
I think that album is his worst album.
I didn't like Transformer.
I liked his.
And Graffiti as a whole is just like not good.
You don't
I
like
liked his-
Graffiti? I love Graffiti.
I liked his SWV remake.
That was She Ain't You.
You is fire.
Yeah, that's. So I changed my mind. That's probably my favorite Chris Brown song.
While we're here at Chris Brown, who's better than Chris Brown all time?
Dog, hold on. Wait. Graffiti.
Who's better than Chris Brown all time? Like there's only like 2 names, max. If we're just talking about R&B world,
Oh.
there's like 2 names that are better than Chris, and that's it.
Well, Beyonce and Mike?
I was only comparing them to males. I don't like comparing male and female singers.
Okay. So Mike and Prince?
I was gonna say Mike and Stevie Wonder, and then I started thinking about it. I was like, ooh, maybe R. Kelly might be better.
If you get into the vocals game, Chris ain't there with them.
Yeah, I think R. Kelly.
Chris's vocals are tight though.
He ain't there with them. It's a different conversation.
I think
I
I
He
don't
might
ain't there
know.
with them.
I think I
Vocally,
might have to put R. Kelly. I think I might have to put R. Kelly above him.
R. Kelly is above him.
if you're just talking So what do we? So what's the cat? What the category we talking about? Because this
all-encompassing artist.
So overall artist.
Overall,
okay.
Chris Brown is top 5 overall.
Chris Brown is a top 3 performer all time.
Yeah, I was going to say he'll be high, but I don't care about dancing.
He's
so
top 2,
I'm not using that as my
only beneath Mike.
No, there's James Brown was a person. James Brown was a whole person.
Better than Chris Brown.
James Brown.
He's the influencer behind it, but he's not better.
He's not the influencer. He's the blueprint.
Yes. But he still has been surpassed.
Whew, this is going crazy right now. I don't even know what to say right now because I was thinking Luther Vandross too. I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Luther Vandross is a vocalist,
but he doesn't.
But as an overall performer, no.
Like I said, I don't care about the dancing and all that stuff. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm just talking about music wise. You could take away.
I ain't P Diddy all up in the videos.
I got Prince. I got Prince ahead of Chris.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like that's respect. I just say
I feel like that's truth.
That's this man. This man. So this man could do everything Chris Brown could do and play every instrument.
Well, he's not dancing like that, but yeah.
I'm gonna repeat. He can do a backflip and land on beat. That's the thing that Chris Brown could do that Prince couldn't do. Anything else that Prince could do, everything else that Chris Brown could do, Prince could do, and he could play every single instrument on the stage. I saw Prince live. I watched him get up from. I watched Prince. He couldn't moonwalk. I watched Prince walk from the microphone to pick up every guitar that was in the guitar section, then walk to the piano, then walk to the organ, then get on the drums. I watched him do this.
Everybody knows this, but we talking about all encompassing.
He is a musical savant. He
does not have the hits.
Everything.
Yeah.
Prince doesn't have the hits?
No, he does not. Prince has about 7 hits.
Are you serious?
Dog.
Are you serious?
How many hits do you have to have?
You have to have at least 15 songs that can be recognized by multiple people, multiple genres, multiple age groups. Like it has to be.
Okay, let me ask you this: Have you heard the song "I'm a Star"
by
Prince?
No.
Okay, so you've never seen the movie Purple Rain, then?
No.
Okay, so we get in this conversation then, because this is nuts. This is nuts.
Have you watched Purple Rain?
I've seen Purple Rain a million times. One of my favorite movies of all time.
30 minutes of that film, which is crazy.
I've seen that movie every time I've ever turned on the television and it was on. I stopped and watched the rest of it.
And this is the thing that I don't understand about you 80s people. That movie sucks.
It's not okay.
That movie sucks. Bad. It is a terrible film.
Hey, bro.
Bad acting, great music, terrible plot.
See,
filmography is trash.
Look, I don't even know how this shifted. We were talking about Prince, and then this man brought up baller blocking for no reason at all.
Man,
he
did.
It don't even make no sense.
He brought up baller blocking.
Dog.
He brought up Paid in Full.
Do you understand?
You know what I'm saying? He brought up Paper Soldier.
Do you understand? So I'm going to go back to my original point. "I'm a Star" was probably a 6th or 7th most best song on that album, and if you know anybody that actually lived through the 80s, they know that song. And that's the 7th best song on an album.
97. I know people that were born after 2006 that know Michael Jackson.
That know Michael Jackson. That's not the question.
Hey,
and you gotta remember Michael Jackson. You gotta remember Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson is one of my favorites of all time. So we're not having a Prince or Michael Jackson conversation. Michael Jackson came out when he was 9 years old.
What is that?
It was a part of the Motown machine. What had the super push. So if we're comparing it to wrestling, Michael Jackson was Cody Rhodes.
Wow.
He's been in the game his entire life.
Michael Jackson is Dwayne Johnson.
No, he's not Dwayne Johnson, because Dwayne Johnson still had to earn his spot on the roster. Cody was Goldust's brother. Dusty's son.
And Mike didn't go away for years and come back worse either.
Like I'm saying, but freaking Prince, dog. Prince had to build it all himself out of nowhere without the backing of the push that other people got. And Prince still Purple Rain. The fact that Purple Rain started out as a documentary. These are things that people don't research and know. But I said it to say Prince could do everything that Chris Brown could do except the backflip on beat.
So my brain works in sports, right?
Go.
If Prince is Michael Jordan, who is Chris Brown?
I would say
Kareem.
that's nuts. That is
What
crazy.
the fuck are we doing over here, dog? Like we're getting crazy.
Okay, this is what I'll do. If Michael Jordan is if Michael Jackson's Michael Jordan, who's Michael Jordan?
I said Prince. Prince is Michael
If
Jordan.
Prince is Michael Jordan, then I would say that Chris Brown is Steph. He was a game changer. Like he changed the way people viewed, played the game. Lots of output, lots of numbers to show it. But when you start having the conversation about the toppity tops, you can't put him there.
Why not?
Because there were people that existed outside of him.
Hold on, who you talking about, Chris or Steph?
Do you have Steph in your top 5?
No. Hell no. We talking about Chris Brown.
That's my point.
You can't put Chris Brown up there with them.
I don't have Chris Brown in my top 5.
That's crazy.
Okay, so time out. I know this wasn't planned. but I'm gonna step in right here. Jack, give me that top 5.
Mike, Breezy. This is not in order either.
Okay.
R. Kelly. This is tough. I only got them 3, dog. Then there's everybody else. Like,
all right, Briz. Who would you put in your top
5? R&B. If I'm going strictly R&B,
like stars, pop stars, period. Like
pop stars, then I got to put women in.
Nah, we're just doing men.
Pause.
Women is too hard because it's like
it's
the
not.
respecting. We're doing a lot of respecting for the men.
No,
but like the women, they really get a lot of respect when they really aren't like that. You know, like people are gonna be like Patti LaBelle.
No,
Patti
I wouldn't.
Patty's
not in mine.
What's wrong with Patty?
No.
She's not that.
So just off the dome, because I would need a little bit more time to really think through, because I'm going to leave somebody out. Stevie is undeniable. Stevie has 4 albums that are press play and don't do nothing else but listen. R. Kelly, you have to have R. Kelly in there regardless of what's going on in his personal life. I'm going to have Donny Hathaway in there. Donny Hathaway, to me, he's the reason I love singing. He's the reason I love music. I'm going to have Mike in there. I'm going to have Prince in there. Is that 5?
Yeah, that's 5.
6.
That was 5.
That's 5.
Mike, Donnie, Prince. Yeah,
see,
R. Kelly.
But that's the thing. You can't argue with a top 5 like that. I mean,
but Chris might be my 10.
Hathaway,
but Chris might be in my 10. But
you also don't respect Chris's vocals. So I mean, I get it.
I respect his vocals. I don't have his vocals where Donny Hathaway's are. Nobody's like, I want to stylize a song like as an R&B singer. You're not trying to stylize a song like Chris Brown.
Why not?
Because he's not Tank, who's another person that's ahead of Chris Brown vocally.
Oh shit.
This is crazy.
Oh shit. So Rez got a relationship.
I'm just saying, bro. And you got to remember, Tank stylized Chris Brown. That's the other thing. Anyway.
Is your relationship, slow jams with Tank instead of Chris Brown?
No.
Never listen.
No. My relationship for this week, for this week is 50-50 is not a real thing.
Oh, that's true.
50-50 is not a real thing, fellas. Neither is 100-0. At some point, we will all give varying levels of effort and support based on the current circumstances. So understand that in your relationship, your job is to always to let your lady know what you need and to provide to her what she needs. The balance of if you're sitting there trying to measure and balance that everybody is doing the exact same thing, you will always be losing because you're looking at the wrong thing. The real important thing is that we're reaching our collective goals in our relationship, which we should be talking about. So that's it for me. 50-50 is not a real thing. Sometimes it's 60-40, sometimes it's 75-35, 75-25. It doesn't matter. Like, just do your best in your relationship to make it work. That's what I got for you.
Me and my wife do that. Sometimes she comes home and she says I'm at a 20. And it's like, all right, well, I gotta carry it.
What do you need? Like, it's literally, what do you need all the time? Sometimes I'm doing everything and my wife gets to sit down and do nothing. Sometimes my wife's doing everything, I get to sit down and do nothing. Sometimes there's been times in my life where I've been going to school, my wife's been the only person working. There's been times where my wife wanted to stay home with the kids and I was the only person working. That's been the balance of our 19 years of marriage in May and 21 years of relationship. We've always just figured out how to make it work. And as long as both people are contributing and both people feel respected and loved, and appreciated, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter the balance level. That's not important.
That's all that matters. Don't keep score. And on that note, Jack, take us out of here.
As always, we appreciate everyone who tunes in, whether you're a first-time listener or a last-time listener. We're just three guys with a perspective, hoping to deliver the best way of thinking. Open dialogue always expands intelligence. Why don't you just turn the damn music down? Turn the damn music down. Sick of this shit, man. As always, we appreciate everyone who tunes in, whether you're a first-time listener or a last-time listener. We're just three guys with a perspective. All right. Normally, we want to deliver a diverse way of thinking, but today, I don't want to deliver a diverse way of thinking. All right? I don't want to hear no more intro music or outro music until I'm done talking, because that shit drowns my mic out, and I'm sick of it. All right? Sick of that shit, man. We're not doing it no more. Go ahead and play.
Prince would have never said that.
You damn right he wouldn't have. He would have had his ass out instead and went, say less, say more.
Bye.
A lot of people love to talk, but they don't really say nothing. You can drop a like and go subscribe, knowing 2-5 probably finna hate something. Chop it up about the game, give a little game, knowing you could take something. We just saying less and saying more, should've known before you in the right place. You know Jack can keep it radical. A little crazy with his take, but he gon' keep it factual. And you know he been a fan of wrestling since attitude. We ain't here to be the ones you playing with. Red steady dropping gems only for relationships. We ain't never thinking Liam Neeson if you taking. Come and tap in with your favorites. Hey, we gon' talk about your latest. Yeah, come and tune into the station. Come and listen to this conversation. Like and subscribe, we going live. We gon' tell you what you need to hear in perfect moderation. Wait. It's like a game of chess. Remember we be saying more while they saying less. It's like a game of chess. Remember we be saying more while they saying less. It's like a game of chess. Remember we be saying more while they saying less. It's like a game of chess. Hey, hold up.